Hello, this is Pixie. So I recently was at a local shop, we call it LIDL in the UK, and picked myself up well, it is technically a type of Venus flytrap. It's definitely a fly trap. Which one is it? This one. That's the type. And then this other chap is one as well. It's got tubes. Basically, they go inside the tubes and they die in there, and it absorbs the nutrients into the roots, I guess. It takes it all the way down into this main structure of the roots. That one's going to grow another head. It's got. I popped a little fly in here. If we can get a better look at him. He was dead. He hid. There we go. Some angle, like it's kind of see him in there. See if I can. I think it's stimulating the hairs. Oh, yum. Now it's just going to crush it. So it's a dead fly body, and I've actually know a client, and she's got a conservatory. And the problem she has is all these fly bodies turn up at the top of the conservatory to get cooked in there once they go inside it. So I'm going to probably use her as a supplier to feed this plant here, my fly traps. And this one also needs to have some flies in it. I think these ones are sweeter though. So there's other ways you could have, like fruit flies. If you had like some banana skins around them, they would go mad. And then all you've got to do is put a bit of banana skin in there and remove the sauce, and they'll just keep flying in there. You could also create a kind of banana spray and put it in there, and then the fruit flies get gobbled up by it. But the fruit flies are a lot smaller, they can fit out the side of the teeth of it. So there's something else already in there. I think they open and close 3 times. The only issue these have in the UK is I don't think they can handle the cold weather. And I wonder if there's a way I can improve their resistance to cold weather. There's also a kind of swampy area near my mum's place where there's a lake. They used to have loads of lilies, but they ripped them up. So I might put it near the side of a lake, but I've got to make sure it's outside of the time going into winter, and then possibly see how it thrives, because there is tons of gnats around the lake, and they might be a good food source for this thing, especially if you put any sort of put stuff around it that attracts them over. So yeah, that's a part of my my plant thing today. So I've fed a plant. So this is the coffee plant. It's come along quite well. It's a wild coffee. I think it's crazy coffee. It smells nice. It smells quite good. And this one is a Brumasia. It's a bit of a bully because, as you can see, it uses its leaves to bulldoze other plants out of the way. And I've seen it where it's just tipped it sideways and just pushing it across, pushing it across like that. So that's one's quite interesting. So what else have we got going on? So we've got these guys here. They're loco weed, and there's some more there. This one's beautiful. Look. It's a peyote, and it's one of these Williams III or something. It's got these weird pups that come out of it. However, you can see it's got a lovely little flower on top. So, I wonder if I think you can pregnate it. See, these are the male parts here, onto the female. Male, female. So there we go, let's see if that does anything. It might have been triggered also by this one here, because it's basically pumping loads of blooming pollen and above it. There's other plants that flower as well. So that one's a licorice mint. So they're licorice mints. They go up. The one that's going up here, this long one up there. So let's grab him. This one here. Now that is a Caffi Endulus, or known as a cat plant. However, it's too flimsy at the moment. It's kind of firming up, but it's a difficult thing to grow indoors because the way it grows. See, there it is, right up there. It could be easily snapped, and the problem I've got at the moment is I've got this Hawaiian baby wood rose that's growing at the bottom, and I put loads of seeds in the pot and nothing was happening. This one shot up and I was glad to see that one come up, And then so many months later, this one's just come out of nowhere. It's usually the roots that's what have disturbed it, provide enough nutrients. So there's other little plants here that want to shoot up. And this one here is really weird as well. I don't know what's... It's a very small loco weed, if that is. And these ones are very... These are an interesting plant. They're in the hemp family. I don't know what the hell they are though, because they're all sort of strange leaves. I got them from a mixture of health seeds, and they were bioviable, so I grew them. What have we got here? Henbane, I think henbane's here. Have a little henbane, this little prickly bugger. At some point we've got to deal with that. And I've also got a project of putting some of these plants, like these ones, I want to get in the woodlands, because they feed moths and things, moths and insects, and it's good for the food chain basically. So what else have I got? Whoa. So you've got a bigger one here of the Brumasia. San Pedro is shooting up. There is no drainage on it, but it seems to be doing alright. More local weed, some other kind of weed, and it's Datura. Now this one's another kind of weed. It's another strange one. Got of eBay some seeds, and so this variety is the same. Like I mentioned before, that's one of the hemp family. It's very different. It's got 3 leaves. This is a California poppy. It's a bit of an odd one to grow actually. It's quite long. Some of the other ones are kind of gone a bit dried out and all sorts. I'm not too sure if that's going to be a chocolate rose. I've got chocolate mint roses. It should be different. That's more henbane down there, which goes up there. So I might put something else in that bit area of the pot to let it grow, why not? So that's, I think it's a Christmas cactus. If you don't water it enough, it doesn't really grow the red flowers. When you water it enough, it does a flower. So here, this is my grandmother's cactus. It's over 30 something years old. It's probably, I was about an 8-year-old, so it's probably 35 years old, something like that. So this is interesting about the orgone, and if you got San Pedro, it's got its waveforms. So if you saw the other one in the front room, it doesn't do that. So these things start to have these wave type forms start forming around them. Now that little one there, that is probably another Cathy Indulus. It's growing very odd. I don't know what it is at the moment. I think there's anything else growing on. No. Here, what if it's still got them? It did have a other type of mushroom top on it, and that's canna. So yeah, some interesting. It's interesting to design these ones. They're all the same species. They're growing differently. I've got my orgone. Plant seems to like that. So yeah, and then oh yeah, this is Aztec tobacco plant. So anyway, this is the end of